Good evening. My name is Dr. Charles Aiken. I am the Chief Academic Officer for Pender County Schools. And this evening I wanted to bring some updates to our middle and high school students who selected the 100% online learning option. First, I want to thank you for your support, your patience, and your perseverance. Just like our in-person learning, Pender County Schools is working through opening jitters and challenges and frustrations with our new online options. We wanted to give you some updates to those challenges and let you know some steps we're taking to try to support our students and our families. As of this evening, our current total enrollment for our 100% online option is 2,816 students, which is about 29% of all Pender County students. Of that number, 684 are middle school students, which is also about 29% of our middle school students. That is our largest current middle school in Pender County. 890 of the students come from high school, which is 31% of our high school students, and right now that would be our second largest high school. So the first thing I wanted to update everybody on is the enrollment process. So those significant numbers of students that are requesting online learning, we are like most parts of the state. It's not just in Pender County. And this total push for online learning has slowed the process for some of the vendors that we work with because these same vendors support districts in North Carolina and across the nation. Our staff is working as fast as we can to try to transition students from in-person to online. A couple things to note. As soon as the student is registered, the student should receive a message to their school email account from whomever their online teacher will be, regardless of which platform they're on. So please make sure your students are checking their spam folder. Sometimes the registration links end up in their spam folders. Students should have started receiving emails from both the North Carolina Public School and the Adoptions program starting Tuesday and Wednesday. No students, and I want to stress this, no students will be penalized for work missed or attendance while they await confirmation of their enrollment. In fact, starting tonight, parents will no longer receive those phone calls stating that a student has been absent in any of these kind of situations. For our middle and high school students who signed up for the online option prior to August 17th on the first day of school, the staff is working closely with our partners to get students registered and enrolled. For the high school students who are using the North Carolina Virtual Public School, we did secure additional registrations and are working to enroll students in that program as fast as we can as they create new sections and as they hire teachers. For our high school students who look to the Virtual Academy, all students who registered for the online option prior to August 11th should now have been in at least 2 of their classes, and if not, they should be in the next 48 hours or less. Pender County Schools is working closely with Edmentum, who is our Virtual Academy partner, to speed up the process for all of our students who are high school students as fast as we possibly can. For any students who requested to go online on or after August 17th, we want to make everyone aware that it may take up to 10 days to make sure that there's a smooth transition. It could be a lot faster, but we also want to stress it may take up to 10 days. So, to make sure that our students continue to receive high quality instruction, we're asking that students will remain connected to the Google Classroom for their current teachers that they were assigned to for in-person learning while we make that transition from in-person to 100% online. We just want to make sure there's no gaps in instruction. Some platforms may go faster. The goal is to avoid any gap in instruction at all. For our online middle school option, we want to talk about something that we're actually really excited about that we're going to launch as soon as next week. We know there's been some frustration about making sure that those students receive additional support. So we're excited to announce that starting next week, we're going to have our 100% online middle school tutorial or support program. So here are a couple details. So it'll begin as soon as next week on August 24th. Pender County Schools will be holding tutorial sessions for 6th through 8th grade math, all of the middle school language arts grade levels, and 8th grade science. In fact, the math and language arts sections will be held twice a week, and science will be once a week. Each session will consist of 2 parts. So the first part will be a mini lesson taught by our Pender County teacher on the topics that match that part of the pacing for the online program. The second part of the session will be a live Google Hangout with that Pender County teacher where students can ask specific questions and get feedback on the topics that they're going through, either math or language arts or 8th grade science. Links to these sessions will be emailed either directly to the student, posted on Google Classrooms that some of our facilitators have started, and we'll also make sure that they are posted on the Pender County #RestartingTogether website. So here's what the schedules will kind of look like. 6th grade tutoring will be from 5 to 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. 7th grade math will similarly be from 5 to 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 8th grade math will also be from 5 to 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. English language arts in middle school really wraps some of the same standards around. So rather than try to have specific grade levels, we're going to work with students on their reading or their writing. So we'll have two sessions. One for English language arts will be from 4 to 6 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then to try to make sure we alternate some days, another session will also be offered from 4 to 6, but this one on Mondays and Thursdays. And then for any students taking 8th grade science, we're also going to have tutoring sessions from 4 to 6 on Mondays and Wednesdays. In addition to offering additional supports on the academic side, I'm excited to also say that our middle school principals and teachers have already begun working on ways to support all of our students, both in person and online, when it comes to social and emotional learning. We want to make sure that they stay connected to their school-specific teachers and peers as best we can. This may look a little bit different at each school, depending on what programs they already have in place and ways they already kind of group students to build community. But the goal will be to support the social and emotional learning for all of our students. And it will include specific school teachers, and it'll probably include hangouts, including both in-person and online students so they can be together. Each school, because it's designing it a little bit differently, will be reaching out to all of their students, again, including any students who have selected the 100% online option, to share these opportunities and share some specific schedules as we look to next week. So we'll be sending out more updates as we move, but I want to thank you again for your help and your support and your understanding. Please continue to reach out to let us know your frustrations and challenges as you see them from a parent and student point of view so that we can try to help and design this online learning experience the very best we can. Thank you and have a great evening. #PenderStrong.